NFS. NFS, or the Network File System, is a popular distributed file system. NFS shares are configured in the /etc/exports file. Remote users can mount shares, access, create, and modify files. By default, created files inherit the remote user's ID and group ID, as owner and group respectively, even if they don't exist on the NFS server. Here are a few useful commands to use with NFS. The showMount command can show an NFS server's export list. This can also be done using a similar nmap script. And finally, to mount an NFS share, you can run this command. Root squashing is how NFS prevents an obvious privilege escalation. If the remote user is, or claims to be, root, with the UID of 0, NFS will instead squash the user and treat them as if they are the nobody user in the no-group group. While this behavior is default, it can be disabled. No root squash is an NFS configuration option which turns root squashing off. When included in a writable share configuration, a remote user who identifies as root can create files on the NFS share as the local root user. Let's run the Linux Smart Enumeration script with the level set to 2. In the results, we can see that an NFS share is configured. We can get the same output manually by simply viewing the contents of the /etc/exports file. The /temp share is configured with the no root squash option, meaning we can write files to it as the root user over NFS. On our local machine, let's confirm that the /temp share is available to mount. Good. I'll create a directory we can use as a mount point for the NFS share, and then we'll mount the NFS share. I'll now generate an MSF Venom executable, which simply runs bash with the -p option, and save the file to the NFS share. Note that I'm doing this as the root user, so the file should also be owned by root on the NFS share. I'll chmod the file to make it executable and set the SUID bit. Back on the Debian VM, let's confirm that the file has been created with the correct permissions. As we can see, the file is owned by root, it is executable by all users, and has the SUID bit set. All we need to do now is execute the file to get a root shell.